I had two very close friends, almost like brothers, Ron and Jeff. We always picked weeks on end to go traveling, to go check out places. We were kinda in the paranormal, but Ron was skeptic. Jeff and I, well, we've had some little things here and there, and we'd like to go check out haunted museums and artifacts. Until 2005, when that changed our whole life forever. That year, we all decided to go to like Arizona, and places like that over there, because we were told there was a lot of haunted places over there. So we went into Tombstone, nice family attraction, but the history there is awesome. But Jeff came across this haunted place, and funny how they say that doesn't even exist. The time that we were there it was. Ron happened to buy this skull, which the attendant was telling us about, that it was cursed because it was used in sacrifice and demonology stuff. Found out, it was even from a skull from back in the Indian days. Didn't think nothing of it. The rest of the trip was awesome. Till we got home. We didn't notice little things happening to us on the way. Things like car not starting for no reason whatsoever, getting stuck in the middle of nowhere, hearing voices off in the distance in the middle, like desert-like land. But we started noticing a thing on Ron. His attitude started to change a little. And Jeff was starting to become distant. I felt fine. Didn't know what the hell was going on. They just kept saying they were under the weather. It's like 89 degrees outside. What's the matter with you? Till we got home. One night, Ron invited Jeff and I to his house. And he had these candles lit. A damn pentagram in the floor. What the hell is this? Oh, just come on, he said. Just an experiment. This experiment I didn't like much. The words that he started saying. Then came this rotten smell. It was weird because the wind started blowing inside the room. How in the hell is the wind gonna blow inside a room? Then as he was saying this stuff, the flames in these candles started turning colors, started rising up. I was scared out of my mind. Jeff was saying to Ron, "Stop it, man." And he just kept going like we wasn't even there. I don't know what was the matter with him. Then this thing come out of the ground. These cat-like things were swarming us. We started hearing all these voices. What the hell are you doing, dude? He said, not to step out of the circle.
Don't step out of the circle, dude.
What are you doing?
Don't step out, or you'll die.
The skull. He had a dog that ran into the basement of his house and was peeing in the floor scared. He said some other words. Then it all disappeared, but his house smelled like vile, something that I never smelt on earth. It's like mixing crap with burnt flesh and I can't explain it. It was unbelievable. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Do you believe that he dabbled in this stuff? His house was all torn on the inside. It looked like a storm, but only on the inside. And ever since that day, Jeff, for the years, said he kept hearing voices. Voices that was telling him to kill himself. I, on the other hand, keep having bad dreams. I don't know. I've tried it all. The Bible. I guess luckily I'm still here. Jeff ended up killing himself. Ron ended up hanging himself in an insane asylum. Whatever he dabbled with was too much. Evil does exist, and it all started with the skull. Supposedly a demon was attached to the skull. I can't fucking believe it. The horror that we saw. Ron's family wanted me to have the skull. I said, hell no. Burn it. Put it in the fire. I've come to find out they used to practice this evil stuff on it back in the 30s and 40s. Some satanic crap. And attached this demon to it. I still hear voices every now and then. It's unbelievable. In 2010, my wife and I finally got our first house. She said she was absolutely in love with it. It was a little fixer-upper. I thought it was okay. Not bad for the price for our first house together. Then as we moved in, for the first 2 weeks, everything was going smoothly. Then we started hearing footsteps slowly coming up and down the stairs, creaking of doors. Couldn't figure out what it was. My wife swears up and down that it was haunted. But I noticed certain things would end up missing or moved in different rooms. This went on for months, till it got worse. One night, as we was going to bed, this funny feeling coming over me, like somebody was staring at me. I couldn't sleep at first, but then I finally knocked out. Then my wife started screaming. I woke up, groggy eyes, trying to gather myself. She said something touched her leg as she turned around to look. There was a man standing there. So I called the police. Funny thing is, they searched the whole house and find nothing. Some things just gets overlooked till it's too late. The final night, after we had exorcisms and
Our Father, who art in heaven,
sage and
hallowed be thy name.
all the stuff that we tried that
Peace be God
still didn't stop the sounds and the noises
in this
and
house.
the bumps. The night of terror is embedded in my head. Will be there to the day I die. After all this stuff that kept happening to us, I finally got the nerve up to install security cameras through the house, and luckily I did. That night on April 21st, 2010 will be unforgettable. I turned over, said our last little chuckles, and nodded off to sleep. This time, I heard my wife screaming, but it was off in the distance. She wasn't in the room laying next to me. So I got up and was yelling for her. Then I saw blood marks on the floor, like drag marks from the bedroom downstairs. There she was, laying there, barely alive. She was stabbed at least 12 times. I went to go call 911. Some assholes snuck up behind me, went to go hit me, but luckily I had creaking floors. Little did he know that I had a gun in my drawer upstairs. So when he went to go grab me, I hit him with all my might. I ran as fast as I can. He was chasing me. I got upstairs, got my gun, and this son of a bitch was coming at me. I put 3 plugs into his head. Come to find out, all these noises that we were hearing, this weirdo from some psychiatric ward broke out and has been living in our house for months, even before we moved in. And he had a fascination with brunette women. But luckily my wife lived She sees a therapist. And I pay attention to every little noise in our new house since we moved away. Some things you just can't get out of your head.